Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Scorpio. This is the deeper birthday reading that I'm doing for the birthday signs. Thank you for being patient. It took me a little bit to do the Scorpio reading, but this reading is valid for up to a year. You can watch it your whole birthday year, but I would say the most accurate messages you have for the next 3 months, but I'm definitely positive that you can find messages throughout the whole birth year. It's also valid, of course, for Ascendant and Moon if it resonates with you, also Mars and Venus. But it is the birthday reading for the sun signs, so happy birthday to all the sun signs. And all my readings are general readings, so I read in a way that you can apply to all circumstances in your life. I will do a bonus when it comes to you and the other person at the second part of the reading. The first part of the reading will be more of a look into your situation, into your perspective. I like to put other people second and you first, because those readings are for you. Of course, if there's cross-watchers, everybody who comes here and finds a message is welcome. I'm not shutting anybody out, but I'm just saying I want people to focus on themselves, on their own development first, and then project on the outside, because everything really that we experience on the outside with relationships, with love situations, really is a reflection of ourselves. And as long as we don't do the work within ourselves, those situations on the outside are not going to change and not going to transform, and we are not going to find many answers on the outside. So just saying, I feel like Scorpio is somebody who understands that. So yeah, let's see what the cards have for you. As I said in the beginning, I will do a Celtic cross that really looks at your situation, your karmic situation, where you want to work on when it comes to love, finances, career, your path, your soul path. And in the second part of the reading, I will do a you and the other person spread that shows a little bit of a deeper message when it comes to a love situation or a love interest situation that you are in. Okay. Dear Scorpio, thank you for being here. You find all the information that you need in the description box below. I have a German and an English language channel, so follow both if you're a German speaker. And I try to do weekly Sunday live readings. I'm getting into the groove, so with the pandemic and everything, it was not possible to do them 100% regularly, but I'm trying my best to really get to a schedule of every Sunday. Now it's like every 2 weeks, every other week, and I go through all the signs, so join me. And I do the monthlies, of course. So yeah, thanks for being here, and you find all the information in the description box. And of course, if you want to like, subscribe, comment, that helps me a lot, so thank you very much for that. Let's see for you. Such a calm and nice energy here. It's a little, it's funny, I have cold feet, so maybe that's something for you to consider. Maybe you have cold feet to go into a new situation, to make a step. And I like the shuffling on camera. I think it calms me down, it calms the energies down, and I hope it calms you guys down a little bit too. I timestamp the start of the reading, so yes. I have the astrology lying next to me for November and December, some notes. I mostly concentrate on the cards though for these deeper readings. So yeah. All right, that's it. That's it. Four of Swords. Resting energy an energy of mentally preparing for what's to come, an energy of meditation for me, of finding maybe a new perspective and new truth within yourself by giving yourself time to rest, to get your mind in order, to make up your mind as well. But it has this very calm feel to it. The Four of Swords in this deck, it's beautiful because it has this creative pattern in the background. So it's really about letting your mind wander. Letting your mind wander and not trying to give your mind a direction, to come to a point of deeper knowledge and maybe even a sudden revelation, because he has this Ace of Swords here in front of him, and in the Rider-Waite deck we have this Ace of Swords that this person is lying on. This is also about praying. So if you feel like there is pain you need to work through, that is difficult to let go of, praying now is a good method, and also meditation is a good method. I would say even let your mind wander more than pray for a specific thing. The truth will come to you through letting go. It's a very mental card. There's a lot of mental activity. You might get very exhausted, or you might be exhausted. You might even recover from something that was mentally very exhausting. And you should give yourself the time to do so right now. The World card, wow, okay. So you're really closing a topic, a cycle. It's the end of a journey. It's the loophole into a new level, into a new world, into a new phase that is a big phase. It's not just like, you know, with the World card, I like to say it's not a new chapter, it's a new book that you're entering. And as awesome it feels to have finished a book and to feel that completion and that well-roundedness, we need to give ourselves the time to really experience that, and let the energy of the Fool come up, which is the next energy after the World card, to start imagining all the possibilities in this new realm that is coming towards us. So I would really suggest to you that you give yourself the time to experience this step, this portal. It's really a portal. The World card for me is a portal into a new thing. Page of Pentacles. Yes, don't force change, and don't let the inside or the outside force the process. You might feel like things are not changing yet in the 3D, but this change is happening on a whole different level. This is not something that you see manifested in your actual surroundings like tomorrow, because there's a lot of inner work and a lot of mental work that you're doing. And that is a big process, and looking back after a couple of years, you will be like, wow, okay, there was really a huge switch going on, and it didn't even look like it at the time, it just felt like it. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, it can be about gaining a new understanding, what it feels like to even out shared resources when it comes to partnership, when it comes to other people surrounding you, where you both, or also work situations can be, where you feel like there's an equal give and take. That's the very, very classic reading of the card. And where you maybe also feel like you're wanting the same thing and you're putting in the same thing, because they're holding on both to this one coin. And maybe it's time to not hold on to an idea that first felt like that you're sharing the same thing. Maybe you're not even sharing the same thing. Maybe you're not willing to put in the same with another party, with a family situation, with a work situation. And maybe you feel like you're not on the same track, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse here. So you don't, very simply put, you don't want to build the same thing, and maybe there's something that you can't give when it comes to long-term stability and security with a project, with a person, and therefore you're also not getting it. It's very interesting. Cards want to shuffle. That's so interesting. The Fool in reverse, just what I said. The Fool card is the next card, the very beginning when it comes to the major arcana, that starts the new cycle that I was talking about after the World card. So this is the number 0, this is the number 21, this is the last card in the major arcana, and then we start again with 0. And the Fool is in reverse. So what I just said, and I think this is where you're at right now, and I think your higher consciousness very much knows what I just said to you. Give yourself the time to let ideas come in. Give yourself the time to let ideas find you. You know, you're catching ideas rather than, it's like fishing, you know, you're catching ideas rather than chasing them. That's a really important thought here. Let the World card, again, give yourself the time to experience this process. Don't run out and chase an idea. Don't run out and chase an idea for what's next. The idea will come to you. Give yourself the time to rest. Give yourself the time to slow down. Give yourself the time to gain more mental clarity, which is the Four of Swords very much. Even if that comes with a lot of sleeping, a lot of downtime, a lot of relaxation, that's okay. That is okay. There is no need right now to turn events around and have immediate results. I don't see it. There's no need for that right now. It will not bring you further. Take time to make this transition into the next level of your life, really. King of Wands. I love it. I did this reading in German earlier, Scorpio reading, and it was so much about, and I hope some German people come over here and watch it in English. It was so much about not having the energy to go after a thing, and having the spark and the passion. And I think it really is a lot about letting this transition work on your body, on your mind, on your soul, and taking the rest that you need, because it will come. King of Wands. This is the I can do it, I'm motivated, I'm positive, I I have the lust, I have the passion to move forward, I have the aggressiveness if needed, I'm proactive, I'm gonna go get what I want. And this is so much about you getting what you want. In this position, in the German reading, there was an emperor. It's a very similar energy. You are the creator of your own life. And this is coming through so strongly in the next couple of months. Don't rush into it. Don't feel like you have to chase the idea. The idea will come to you and you will know exactly what to do. You will know exactly what you want, you will know exactly how to get it, and you will have all the energy, life energy and passionate energy within yourself to go get it. If there's a fire sign coming your way, a Leo or an Aries, especially an Aries, or a Sagittarius, this could be a good thing, but it will be a very busy person, somebody who is maybe very popular amongst people, amongst friends, who has a lot of friends, who has a lot to do, who is having a very fulfilled life, but this could be somebody who adds to you and to your life as well. And it could be very inspiring. But I see this King of Wands mainly as your energy, so you're coming into this. There will be a very sudden that's very interesting. There will be a very sudden, I think, realization, and the Seven of Cups comes out while I say that, with all this fiery energy, which is interesting, with all this red in this card. There might be a pretty sudden understanding of what you want and what you don't want. Because right now you're really working through the process of disillusionment, of understanding your options and of understanding which options you want to take, and of there is this element of not knowing, but coming to an understanding, making up your mind. It's so much this term, making up your mind, comes through so strongly. Make up your mind. You're making up your mind. You're giving yourself the time to make up your mind, to know what you want and what you want to go after, and then you're just going to go after it. That's what I see. I mean, Mars is going direct. That's one good thing on November 14th, so that's already happening. And there's going to be other planets going direct, especially the Neptune in Pisces, where it really comes to what are our dreams and how can we work on them and work on getting there. So what's coming from the external? Wow, okay. All right. There's a Two of Cups, you guys. There is a Two of Cups for you. It is coming. Connections, people, friendships, relationships of all sorts that are offering you emotional integrity, emotional investment on the same level than you. Honesty, openness, transparency, and a feeling of trust. Those relationships will present themselves to you. Is this what you want? I think yes. Will you be ready to take on those chances? Let's see. You will see how it looks like and how it feels like if something is real and authentic and emotionally honest. This is beautiful. Your fear is success. Well, Scorpio. This stupid topic, huh? Yeah, well, I don't know what to say to you. This is a tough one. Because, all right, why I don't know. I cannot tell you why you deserve good things. That's something you have to tell yourself. I don't know you personally, or a lot of you I don't know personally. So how am I, and even if I would know you personally, how am I in a position to tell you why you deserve to be successful? Why am I in a position to tell you why you are allowed to be successful? This is not my position to take. And you should not let anybody take that position. I know it's a tough one. I know we sometimes need people to give us a push. I know we need motivation. I know we need people to tell us that we can do it. I know we need support. But there's nobody that can take success from you, or the feeling of being able to do something. The more independent we get in giving ourselves the motivation and the belief and the faith and the understanding that we can get what we actually want, the more we're working through it. Don't be afraid of a positive feeling. Oh my God, that's such a Scorpio thing. I'm sorry, but it's okay. You're still gonna be the sarcastic, funny one, and you can't be the sarcastic, funny one till the end of your lifetime, or a lot of people's lifetimes, because we love that about Scorpio. Because that just means you're digging deep into all the situations and all the feelings, and you're understanding on a different level. That is humor. But don't forget that humor also is a tool to make us laugh when it gets too intense. And don't be afraid of a positive feeling. It doesn't have to be necessarily followed by a disappointment, because I think that is the fear here. That there's actually a feeling of success that is not followed by anything. You just take it for what it is. The Tower. Come on now, Scorpio. It's time to let this stuff break open, to let this light break free, to let yourself break free. It's time. If you want it or not, Tower is here. Be prepared. And not in the Tower. For me, I love the Tower card. A lot of people would disagree. But I personally, when the Tower comes up, often I have been struggling to work through a pattern, or let go of something, or break open a certain way of being or doing things. And the Tower is really, in my opinion, a blessing from the universe, being like, all right, you can do it, you can't do it. oh no, we're going to show you that you can, even though you think you can't, but we're going to show you that you can. And that's the Tower for me. This is you understanding, this is you understanding how much you're actually capable of. And this will give you so much strength. All right. Wow. Wow, 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 Scorpio. This is no joke, but I'm not surprised. All right, let's go to the second part of the reading. That is you and the other person. Let's see. Just doing a little bit of smudging. I'm using white sage and I'm using it very intuitively, and I'm using this loose leaves. I think they work just fine for me to clean the energy, and I'm just trying to still be, of course, thankful and culturally appropriate that I have this help. Okay, so what happened in the past over there that you're not aware of? Something. Huh, okay. That's a very interesting start. Let's see. So you and the other person. We do have an element definitely from your side of not getting something that you want, resulting in some weird sort of bringing up past heartbreak. I see strongly past disappointments, dead situations, frustrations, and at the same time not really having the spiritual breakthrough. It is like this, it's a very uncomfortable, like, but why is this happening again and again and again? Why? Hurts. I don't like it. I don't see why. It's annoying. Wow, okay. So you are annoyed. Right there. The Sun. I love this card. Look at that. Well, it's coming through. Answers are coming through, but maybe not the way that you want. Not the way you suspected or you expected. Light coming in from completely different directions. Positive. Sun is always positive. But when it's in reverse for me, it's, oh, there's answers coming in, there is enlightenment coming in, there's understanding coming in from completely different directions. And it might have to do with you not being able in this collection of people. Maybe there is something. I have a lot of misspellings or sayings in the words in these Scorpio readings, so there is really messages coming through that are deeper. Maybe there's a collection of people who are very similar, and this is just another experience with a soul particle, a karmic soul particle within that person that just brings up the same thing over and over and over again. And is this not what it just is, relationships? I mean, I know that goes too far because there's actually a person attached to that. But yes, there is a topic of you maybe not fully being able to show yourself in this connection, or you feel like you're not seen, or you feel like you have to hold back. Hanged Man in reverse. Well, that's going to be over. you're seeing it's really a lot about a different perspective, a switch in perspective, a really strong switch in perspective. Things coming up, and we had the moon in the beginning in reverse. I think it was in German reading. Yeah, there is information coming up from the deeper subconscious that will be visible, and you won't probably see it coming, but it will help you get out of this feeling of stuckness in this connection. 3 of Pentacles, I love it. Okay, you're working on taking responsibility for your own actions, for yourself. You're also trying to work together with a person. You're open to working. You're like, in your mind, you're open to work on a situation with a person. And you're ready with this new knowledge of self also. Okay, this other person, 4 of Cups. We don't like to see that, because that person does not really understand what you're offering them on an emotional level, and they're not ready. They're looking at it, but they're not really ready to take it on. They are in a state of not being receptive to things. They might still work through old situations, or they are over it, or they are full of it. Maybe there has been situations time and time again where they wanted something from a person and the person didn't give it to them, and now they may be playing through this again with you, and now they're just like, no, I'm over it. I can't wait for this person to get it or something. And yes, this is you and this is them. I don't switch it up here with these readings. So they are not really receptive, and they are in a position where they look at the situation very from afar, from a distance, and they are not really seeing, or they're not really willing to take what you're offering them. 5 of Wands. Well, they are super conflicted about this, but they're also working themselves through it. That their psyche on a deeper level is really allowing that conflict to happen, which I think with the 5 of Wands is a good thing. The 5 of Wands is, for me, not necessarily a card that is bad. But there is a conflict within themselves that they are trying to solve, obviously. That's why they are also distanced here. They might not be super aware of it yet, what's happening, but they can definitely feel it, and they are not looking away from the situations. This is a good thing. They're not looking away from the situation, they're looking at the situation. 7 of Wands. In reverse. Well, the first thing I really heard was like they're not willing to fight. Their higher consciousness is like they're not willing to fight for this right now, even though there is a big competition within themselves to fight for themselves. They might be very defensive about things right now, very much so, closed off and defensive. Once you maybe contact them or you communicate with them, they're not letting anything through. They're not letting you in. Oh God, I don't like to see the Page of Cups in reverse when it comes to love reading, because that's just immature energy. That's just emotionally immature energy. That's in the past. That was definitely when you felt like, why is this hurt happening again? This person just acted really stupid. And now they're in a conflict about that, but they don't know how to fix it. They don't feel like they can put in the energy to fix it. They don't feel it. And it's not that they don't have feelings, but they don't, I feel like also they're trying to understand the situation, but they don't fully understand. They don't fully see you either. The question is, with this kind of situation that they don't fully see you, how much do you show them? This is always like this interaction, you know, it takes two to tango. It's not just one person. Are you afraid to show them? Maybe. Can be. Knight of Pentacles. Well, they had in the past definitely the will and the motivation to invest in this. Also in a long-term sense, in a very grounded sense. Maybe they're an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. They came into this with something to give, even though emotionally they acted super immature about it. And there might be this dissonance here between, on the outside, they seemed like, well, I have all these great things to give you, and I'm not in a hurry because I know this is good. But on the inside, there is just this feeling of like a little teenage boy who is really not very open to any emotional development. Ugh. I hate that. I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm commenting my personal stuff on it, but come on now. Don't, because then that's what happens. You know, they're like, oh wait, I don't know what to do with this. This is love. What do I do with it now? And you're kind of like in a situation where you feel there's not even a deceit card out here, but you feel deceived. Because you're like, well, all right, now I want to work on this. What's your problem? Their problems are not very out there. There's definitely inner conflict. There is some sort of problem when it comes to emotional growth. They think just because they're in this earthly realm doing okay and doing things the right way, that emotionally it will solve their problems, and then they hit a point where it's like, no, but why am I not feeling it though? Well, because you're not looking at your inner stuff. Newsflash. Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they're definitely not looking at their inner stuff. And they don't want to. They don't want to. Or they didn't want to in the past. And therefore, for you, there's no chance in any enlightenment whatsoever with this connection, or there wasn't. Because how if they don't know themselves? And this really, the Nine of Wands in reverse really shows me they really don't know themselves, because they don't understand that all the experiences they've gone through made them. They don't want to see that. They refuse to see that. They're like, no, this is just not what it is. And that's very emotionally immature, right? Why are you dealing with those people, Scorpio? It's always the same thing. What do you get out of it? Just something. Not judging, just saying. I love you guys. But yeah, it happens. We get entangled, and then we are entangled. Let's see, what brings you together here? Or what's your shared emotion? Eight of Cups. All right, well, that's in the subconscious. That's something that might be still hard to incorporate. and integrate in your being. But both of you know this is not fulfilling enough. This needs to... There is room up. Let's put it that way. There's at least 2 cups missing. Eight of Cups is, well, we're gonna have to move to higher heights, higher goals that are more emotionally fulfilling, because this is nice but not enough. For some reason it looks like you're still looking up to them for some weird reason, Scorpio. 2 of Swords. Well, okay, nobody is doing anything about it. Nobody is making a decision. Nobody is really having the inner clarity and the inner peace. So there's still like a stagnant energy here with the 2 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. You guys. Well, nobody is really willing to share what they feel. Nobody is really willing to open up. Let me state, Scorpio, let's not forget. And let's make clear. And very often we forget that because we get so invested in a situation where we're like, this can't be it, or there has to be some potential, or why did I move so far into something when now I have to learn that there is really no potential for growth. It's hard to let go. I'm not saying you have to let go right now, but if you want a renewal here, then somebody needs to open up, somebody needs to offer something. You're like, well, I want to work on this. I'm very willing to work on this and take responsibility. At the same time, you're not showing yourself, but you're coming out of a stagnant point. That's good. There's so much hurt that you're carrying, I think, from this connection and from further connections. These people kind of sees that as their chance to build something with you, all the hurt that you're carrying. That's fucked up. Let's put it that way. That's fucked up. They think, oh, this is a stable thing because this person went through so much hurt that they're still seeing, projecting, whatever. All right, whatever. That's like a weird kink. I get it though. But I think with them, because then they can feel strong and stable. But the reality of things is, and that's what people don't get about Scorpio, that doesn't give you any stability at all, you know, because hurt for you is just the normality of life. That's just, well, that is life, and I'm dealing with it every day, and I'm not, and I can, because I'm that strong of a person. They don't see that, honestly. They misinterpret that. And they're really trying to understand. But the problem is they don't have any understanding of themselves. It seems like. They just really don't. And that's annoying as hell. So what do you not see from the past? Queen of Swords. Well, Queen of Swords in reverse. And I have an Ace of Swords here. This is uncomfortable, Scorpio, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but you might have gone into something where from the beginning you knew this is not a good idea, and now you're in it. You did not look at the situation very clearly. You might not have been honest to yourself in the past. You ignored the facts maybe a little bit, and now you're sitting here being like, well, why? doesn't this person see me? You are not standing in your truth either. How can they see your true self? I don't see you lying or anything, but I see you being like, oh no, well, that's okay. Lying to yourself. Oh no, well, you know, they're just, that's what they are. You know, that's okay, I get it. It doesn't matter. I know we get it. I'm a Scorpio Venus. But what do you get out of it? What do you get out of it? All right. I'm not going to go easy on you guys because you do this. You do this to yourself sometimes. I'm not saying that this person didn't do anything to you. I'm not saying that. This is tough love here. This is a tough love channel. And this is to make you see, you know, I'm not the sugarcoating, let's all pretend that it's all fun and games and yay, and we're not gonna get hurt by this 1000th Tinder date that I just had. It's just adding all this stuff to your soul over and over and over and over again. Two Swords. Well, that decision that you weren't making back then when you felt like, well, maybe I'm not being super honest with myself, where I'm ignoring the facts, same thing coming back around. And that's why you're frustrated. Two of Swords in reverse. And you know, in the Crowley deck, in this wonderful deck, this card is called Peace. People may, like, I know a lot of tarot readers are like, this is a decision. Yes, it is a decision, but a decision based on the full understanding of all sides or of both sides of the polarity of things, of the duality of things, and finding the inner peace to accept that there is different sides to a situation, and therefore being able to step out of that situation. Nobody's doing that. You both are not doing this. Because you're not truthful. This other person is not truthful, for sure. They're not communicating, and what they're communicating is not the truth. But I think they are more like not communicating their inner realm. Oh man, I would get annoyed. I would get angry at that person. And I can tell you're angry. You were angry in the past. Right now you're really good at keeping your cool. I like that. I really do. Six of Wands. Huh. That took a weird turn. But again, Six of Wands. Are you afraid to be successful? There is a sense of victory here. There is a sense of victory. Whatever that means. This is a woman dancing on this, whatever that is, rock. With this torch in her hand. I think it is you to be the kind of person in the situation to be like, this is what I want and this is how I'm going to get it. I'm not sure if it's something you want to get from that person. You want to work on this. This person, if you want to get something from this person, you are going to be the person who's going to have to work on it. This person might not be able to receive what you're offering them. There's still a sense of victory here. Let's clarify that. What is this victory? Because that is a very strange twist here. Oh wow, okay. the victory is to being able to stand in your emotional truth. And I know that is a big victory for Scorpio. I love this. And this person is going to see it, and you're going to fully show. And that is the victory. See how close that brings you? See how much in your strength you are? The Queen of Cups. This is so wonderful. The Queen of Cups being like, this is what I have to offer. This is what I can give you. It's this cup that is overflowing here. There's no one really wants to show it. I think you're gonna have to do it. If you want clarity in the situation and victory, you're gonna have to do it. And with the risk of getting hurt, but at the same time knowing that you're strong enough to take it, because you're really just love. And somebody who wants to attack that, I don't know. I think you can take. I think you're not gonna let it affect you anymore. Standing in your emotional truth is gonna protect you from getting hurt. That's an interesting message. All right, I'm gonna stop with that because that's wonderful. I will pull one more oracle card just to round this up. Oh, it's 2, okay. Connected to the past. See, what did I say? How wonderful is that? It's this 2 of Swords. It's your turn to take that step into your emotional truth and to show this person. It's your turn. I mean, look at that. This card is called Peace. What do we have here? Peace. If you're at peace with yourself, and that's what the Queen of Cups is very much so, and with your emotions, and in control, and to the sea, this is like also letting it float. Going deep into your emotions, to understand and to draw all the information that you can get, to gain that clarity. Then, because with the 2 of Swords, really what happens is she's not, she's distanced from her emotions, but she feels still that they're there. She knows that she's sitting at the water, and that's such a similar energy here. The Queen of Cups. She's above the water. She knows how to gain control and peace within that situation. This is powerful. I love this reading for you. Scorpio, I hope you did gain some more clarity from this reading. I hope I gave you some more insight and some helpful messages that you can work with. And I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing. And please leave me a comment if you want to also share your situation. I really like reading through the comments, and I read through all the comments. And yeah, have a good one. Happy birthday. And thanks for your patience. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.